Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, The Serpent Studio. And today's movie is for the action junkies. Yes, because today we are diving headfirst into the Cobra 2, long awaited high octane sequel to one of the most badass action movie of all time, The Cobra 2. And let's just say the cooperative, he's got some unfinished business. Now, I know a lot of you have been waiting for this sequel for many years, and the original Cobra gave us one of Stallone's most iconic roles, and unfiltered, gun blazing, one liner dropping action, an action hero who took down bad guys like it was a hobby of his. But the big question is, does Cobra 2 delivers the same energy, the same intensity, and the same attitude? Or does it fall into the too little trap? Let's find it out. So let's talk about the legend returns. Yes, Stallone still has it. First thing first, let's talk about the return of Stallone as Cobra. Because let's be honest, this movie wouldn't exist without him, and that's no doubt about it. Now, Stallone might be in his 70s, but let me tell you this, he still got it what you wanted. From the moment he steps onto the screen, you know Cobra is back. The same cold, no nonsense attitude, the same intimidating presence, and yes, the same badass way of dealing with criminals. But here's what's interesting. Cobra 2 doesn't just try to make him repeat the same moves from the first movie. This time, he is older, wiser, and even more brutal. There's a scene that Cobra knows time isn't on his side now, but which makes him every fight, every stay down, and every decision feel even more intense. Intense from the previous state and from the now time. Alright, let's get to the good stuff and the action. Because let's be real, nobody is watching Cobra 2 for deep physical, like psychological conversations. And man, Cobra 2 delivers on the action. We are talking brutal. Old school hand to hand combat. We are talking insane shootouts that make you feel every bullet. And let's just not forget the car chases, because it's an wow. This movie brings back some of the fast and furious energy, but with the classic of 80s grit. But you know what's the best part? It's the action feels raw. It's not overly choreographed or CGI heavy. It's real, gritty, and in your face. And when Cobra fights, you feel the impact. Every punch, every gunshot, it just hits harder. And let's talk about the story. Does it stackle up? Because even the most hardcore action movie needs somewhat a solid plot to keep things moving. At the first Cobra, At the first, Cobra was simple. Cobra versus the bad guys, no fillers. But Cobra 2 actually builds on that. It's still a straightforward revenge driven plot, but with a bit more depth. This time, Cobra has something personal at the stake. It's not just about cleaning up the streets, it's about redemption, about facing ghosts from his past, and by the mean of ghost, you know who I'm talking about. And let's just not forget the villains, as if you know, because in every great action movie, you need a villain that truly pushes the hero to the limit. And trust me, this guy is no joke. And the villain over the foe is he. Alright, let's talk about the bad guy because every action hero needs a villain that makes the fight worth the watch. And this time, Cobra isn't just dealing with street thugs, he is facing a full blown crime syndicate led by a villain who's just as cold and ruthless as a cobra is, and that makes him dangerous isn't just his brutality, it's his mind. He is calculating, he is always two steps ahead, and he has no plans getting his hands dirty. It's the kind of rivalry that keeps you hooked, and when these two finally clash, oh man, it's worth the wait no matter what it costs. Absolutely. And now let's talk about a big question lots of fans had. Will Cobra 2 feel like a classic 80s action flick, or will it try to be a modern? The answer, let's just say, a perfect mix of both 80s and the modern. There are plenty of nods to the original, the sunglasses, the one liners, the old school action sequences that feel like they are ripped straight from the 80s itself. But at the same time, Cobra 2 doesn't feel outdated. The cinematography is sharp, the pacing is tighter, and the stakes feel even bigger. So, the only thing I really appreciate in Cobra 2 is that it actually gives Cobra a bit more depth. He's still the tough as nail, no nonsense cop we love, but we also see a more potential side to him, like the character development more than just a muscle. There are moments when we see the toll this lifestyle has taken on him. He's got invincible, he's not untouchable, and that just makes his journey even more compelling. So, alright, let's head to the final verdict. Is Cobra 2 worth watching? Here's the deal. Let's just say the pro and cons. While the whole Stallone is still a total badass, absolutely. The action is brutal, intense, and non-stop. The villain is one of the best in recent action films, and a great mix of nostalgia and modern filmmaking. There might be some moments are like kind of predictable. And if you are looking for deep storytelling, this isn't that it. But let's be real, nobody is watching Cobra 2 for deep emotional drama. You are here for explosions, shootouts, and Stallone being a total legend. Absolutely. And on that front, this movie delivers it. So, what do you think? Did Cobra 2 live up to the hype? Or was it worth the wait? Or did you expect something different? Let me know in the comments, and if you love action packed reviews like this, don't forget to like, subscribe and hit that bell so you never miss a video. Thank you.